Hi there, my name is Yoichiro Tanaka and I am responsible for architecting Mixi platform. In this video, I am going to talk how to use Mixi Graph API. All you have to do to implement Mixi Graph API is to register your application on Developer Dashboard, which is available at Mixi Developer Center. Upon the registration, a consumer key and a consumer secret are issued. In addition, a redirect URI string, which is required to retrieve an access token, can be specified in the registration process. Now let's get started. Accessing MixiGraph API is very simple. What you need is a web browser and a curl command. At first, your application has access to the authentication and authorization page at this URL. You have to specify two query parameters, client ID parameter and scope parameter. For client ID, you should use your consumer key, and for the scope, you can specify appropriate scope for your application. Here, let me try our profile, which is a scope for People API. In this case, you want to specify multiple scopes. Please specify them with a space delimiter. As everything goes well, Mixi login and authorization page is shown. With the user's consent, the page is redirected to the URI registered by you, and an authorization code is added as a query parameter. We can use curl command here. You have to retrieve the access token and the refresh token to access to the API. Very simple. Use curl command with -d option. You can specify client ID, which is the consumer key, client secret, which is the consumer secret, redirect URI, which is escape redirect URI string, and the code, which is the authorization code. Then you can use this URL as the endpoint to retrieve the tokens. The access token should be specified in a request header. -h option for a curl command can be used to specify access token string and endpoint URL to access specific API, which is this URL. Executing the command, you can see the user's profile information, including user's nickname and a profile image. As can be seen, developers can use MixiGraph API without any coding, and the lineup of MixiGraph API is very powerful. It's very powerful to socialize your application. It would be great that your application would be more socialized with MixiGraph API. Have fun coding.